Well. Leave it to me to make a video titled All Things Raiders, where I break down all of my Raiders cosplay pieces and props and things like that, only to rapidly acquire 3 new pieces of awesome Raiders gear. So let's talk about that. And as always, what's going on, you guys? My name is Kirk, and thank you for clicking on today's video. Oh, and if you're wondering why I have a goatee right now, it's because I'm about to do Jack Sparrow tomorrow at the Renaissance Festival. So bear with me as I do Indiana Jones stuff with a little bit of a goatee. So we'll talk about these new acquisitions in the order I got them. So first up are these. These are some truly amazing, very accurate, very high quality Raiders of the Lost Ark style gloves made by the super talented Brian Long of the California Joneses. And if you're familiar with Brian's work, you already know that he makes incredible props, replicas. His eye for detail and his attention to detail is second to none. I'm good friends with Brian, and I know that he tortures himself over the details, but that shows through in his work. These gloves are excellent. I've taken the liberty of weathering them using passes of shoe polishes and percards to kind of give it that like little bit of a two-tone look, but more than a super accurate Raiders style. If you've seen my previous Raiders gear breakdown, you know I really like the look of the gloves in the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular show. So these are a nice kind of in-between for me, being accurate to Raiders of the Lost Ark, but then me doing my weathering and stuff on them to kind of give them that I guess Disney show aesthetic. But these are super awesome. They're super comfortable to wear, and they'll look great being tucked into the pocket if I want to do that kind of look. So these are the new gloves. To look at Brian's work, his store is called Jonesing for Props, or you can look him up on Facebook. But truly awesome stuff, Brian. Thank you for these. I'm in love with these. So my next acquisition was something I never anticipated on ever getting, especially because I already have a couple of Raiders jackets and I never really cosplay as Raiders. This came out of left field for me. But when the opportunity came to get it, it was one of those things that was hard to pass up. So this is a Bill Kelso Raiders of the Lost Ark style jacket. I believe in the Hawaii style, maybe the Cairo style, I'm not too sure. But for my purposes, this works really great for a Hawaii idol grab look. And what makes a Kelso jacket so special, especially in the Raiders, are the ribs, or the ribbing, up on the top right chest portion. That's something you see in the Raiders jackets, and it's a really subtle detail, but it's beautiful when it's done like this. The leather quality is super nice. It's very soft. It's a really unique texture, but just so much character and subtle character in the leather itself. And I'm pretty new to the Kelso family, but if you're familiar with my brother Trent, he's Captain Kelso. So he's been offering up tips and guidance on, how to condition these or make it darker or weather it, all that kind of stuff. But I'm over the moon with this jacket, and when I do Raiders, I kind of like, doing more of an idol grab look if I'm not doing Streets of Cairo. So this jacket is perfect. And I was lucky enough to snag it from a gentleman who was selling it, and it was in my size and for a really great price. So I'm super excited to have this in my arsenal, and I might have to start doing Raiders more, especially now that I have this next piece of gear. So it's kind of curious that I've been talking about Raider stuff, but I'm not wearing an Indy hat, let alone a Raiders hat. And that is because I recently acquired this wonderful thing. So if you don't already immediately recognize it, this is a Fedoraiders Raiders of the Lost Ark style hat made by Jason Lavelier of Fedoraiders. I remember way back when I was a teenager seeing Jason's YouTube videos of him in his backyard with what blew me away with you know, the hats he was wearing and making. Absolutely crazy accurate, super attentive to all the details. Jason is one of those people who's devoted his life and time to perfecting the Raiders hats, and the proof is in the pudding. This particular hat has had quite a journey, and it's one that I have not only seen but worn before. About 2 years ago, Trent and I did a photo shoot in the Ken Carroll Valley, if you're familiar with Colorado. I was, of course, doing Temple of Doom, and Trent was doing Raiders, and this was his newly acquired Raiders of the Lost Ark hat that was featured in that photo shoot, because Trent was primarily focusing on the truck chase look for his cosplay. So Trent had acquired this hat. I can't remember where Trent got it from, and before I started this video, I could have asked him. But Trent parted ways with it because it was just a little big on him. These hats are, I think all of Jason's hats are size 59. So you can roll the sweatband, which you can see I have done here, which is accurate to a lot of the Raiders hats. And that could be because Harrison had food poisoning and lost a lot of weight while they were filming in Tunisia, or, you know, for stunt work, keeping it squished onto his head. For whatever reason, a lot of the hats in Raiders had a rolled sweatband. So if your hat's a little big on you and it's Raiders, roll the sweatband. It might work out for you. Might make a nice little accurate hat. It also helps kind of create the little bump on the side here. But regardless, a little big on Trent, and he has, you know, a plethora of hats. So he ended up selling this to one of the California Joneses, Andrew Newell, who had this hat for the last couple of years and recently reached out to me to see if I would be interested in taking this. And I actually didn't know which Fedora Raiders he was selling me. I was just like, heck yeah, man, let's do it. It was an amazing price point. So I picked it up, and I was so pleasantly surprised when I unboxed this, and I apologize, I don't have the unboxing footage. I was actually at work, but I was too excited to wait. But I was pleasantly surprised to see that this hat was an old friend that I had not only seen before, but had worn before when we were doing that photo shoot. So there she blows. These hats are amazing, and the weathering on it is beautiful. The shape is incredible. I'm so proud to own this hat. It's as good of a display piece as it is being worn. I'll bring it up close so you can see all the nice dust and details. And what makes this hat extra special, in my opinion, is not only that it was made by Jason, but two of my buddies previously owned it. This hat comes infused with adventures, and Trent even took it a step further and added some subtle blood stains from the flying wing mechanic. So, and over the years they've faded, but I'm cool with it. It's just more subtle detail put into the hat. So this is obviously great for the truck chase, flying wing fight, even Cairo. This is just an immensely great hat. I still very much love my my Penman and my Petersbros Raiders hats. Actually, a couple days ago, took a side-by-side comparison picture, which I'll put right now. And you can see they're all great in their own ways, and they all have their own little bits of character, but for my purposes, I always talk about weathering being visual storytelling, and this hat is all of that. This is the true meaning of visual storytelling through the weathering. So I will now throw on the rest of my gear, take some pictures, and leave you with that. So until next time, everyone, thank you for watching Fortune and Glory, and I will see you later. Wait, you're still here? The video's over. Go home. You want to see more gear? All right. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I have a couple little bonus things for you. This one isn't Raiders related, but this is my new Temple of Doom weapons belt made by Kyle Nibbling, Penitent Leatherworks on Etsy. Freaking amazing stuff. Like, it's a small detail, but the devil's in the details, and it really completes my Temple of Doom look. And then this is my new double wrap whip holder made by Spade Archer Leather. I'm a huge fan of Roger at Spade Archer Leather. And I have one more thing. For those of you who know that I started making hats recently, I mean, it's definitely no Fedoraiders or Penman or anything like that, but I am making my first Raiders hat. I made a couple of Temple of Doom hats, but this is gonna be my first ever Raiders hat. For you aspiring hat makers, don't shape it before you put the ribbon on. I had a ribbon malfunction, but I think it's turning out pretty good for my first anyway. That being said, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, you guys. I appreciate you. If you like this video, please feel free to hit the like button and drop a comment below. Let me know what you want to see next. But until next time, fortune and glory. I'll talk to you later. Whoa.